Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Krishno Rakshatano Jagatraya Guruhu Krishnam Namasyamyaham Krishne Namarasetravo Vinihataha Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha Krishnadeva Samuthitam Jagadidam Krishnasya Dasosmiham Krishne Tishtati Vishwametadakhilam He Krishna Samrakshamam. Jai Sri Narayana. Blessings of Sri Chinajaya Swamiji. We're continuing Bhagavad Gita. We finished sloka 12 in chapter 15 last session. We'll continue with sloka 13 today. Okay, I will now share my screen. Hope you can see. Please chant. Gama visya cha bhutani
Kamaviश्य च भूतानि
dharayamyahamojasa
धारयाम्यहमोजसा
pushnami chaushadhi sarvaha
पुष्णामि चौषधिः सर्वाः
सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः
सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः
Let's chant together. Gamavasya cha bhutani
धारयाम्यहमोजसा
dharayamyahamojasa
पुष्णामि
pushnami
चौषधिः
chaushadhi
सर्वाः
sarvaha
सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः
So far in chapter 15, Lord Krishna explained about the liberated jivas, mukta jivas, and also explained about baddha jivas, or we all of us, who are bound in this samsara, in this cycle of births. Okay, so baddha jivas and mukta jivas. And from the previous sloka onwards, Lord Krishna is explaining about himself. I mean, he's trying to differentiate himself from the jivatmas. Okay, so the radiance of jivatma is also mine, he said. Right, in the previous sloka, just to quick recap, that light which is in the sun, which illuminates the whole world, that is mine, he said. Right, it belongs to me. He also said that light which comes from the moon as well as the fire is also, it is mine, belongs to me. He didn't say I am the sun. I mean, no, sun is me, moon is me. No, the light that that gives the illumination. It illuminates the whole world. That light belongs to me. So that means what? Sun is not independently giving the light to us. Sun is dependent on Paramatma. It is Paramatma who is giving the light to us through sun. Right? Sun is a Devata. Devata is providing the light to us, but that light to Devata, sun, is given to sun, or that energy is given to sun by Paramatma only. Okay, so don't think that Sun belong the illumination, the radiance belongs to sun independently. It is coming from sun. That's fine. Sun is an instrument. Okay. Same with moon, same with fire. Right. So after that, Lord Krishna is saying, so here we can see the greatness of Lord Krishna's, how he is explaining about his greatness, differentiating from the Jivatmas very clearly. Okay. What we think is ours, what we think we are, it is not really us or belong to us. It belongs to Paramatma very clearly. And all the greatness belongs to Paramatma. So he's starting from sun, right? All of us are surviving on earth because of energy from sun, right? Without energy from sun, nothing will survive, right? And same with moon and fire as well. There will be a lot of disturbance, if they are not there. Um, so after that, in this sloka 16, Lord Krishna is no sloka 13, Lord Krishna is saying, Gam avisya cha bhutani. Okay, Gam avisya, after entering the earth. Okay, after entering the earth, aham, I, bhutani dharayami ojasa. Okay, support embodied beings, bhutani, embodied beings, dharayami, and supporting, embodying embodied beings, ojasa, by my power, my energy, right? So don't think that we are surviving on our own, right? So what happens, like where are we getting the food from? If you think, right? Where do we get our food from?
The earth.
Earth, right? So without getting food from earth, we won't survive. So the earth is supporting all of us. Earth is not independently supporting by itself. It is my energy, my power. So I enter the earth, and with my power, my energy, I support all beings on earth. Okay? And Somaha Bhutva Rasatmakaha. After becoming the moon, okay, Somaha Bhutva, after becoming moon, Rasatmakaha, full of essence, you know. So that after entering moon, full of essence, full of that energy, what it does, Pushnami Aushadhi Sarvaha. I nourish all the herbs. Okay. So I enter earth and support all the beings. And by entering the moon, okay, by with my energy, my power, right? With the sun rays, I nourish the herbs. Typically, that is what um, they say, that all these plants and all the herbs are nourished by the light of moon. Okay, so Paramatma is behind the sun, supporting, supporting all of us, the entire solar system, and entered the earth, supporting all of us, and entering being the sun, the moonlight. Paramatma is nourishing all the trees and herbs, and all the plants on earth, which is the essential food for us, isn't it? Without plants, we cannot survive. No, nothing can survive. Even though somebody may say, "Oh, I don't eat plants. I eat only meat." But the animals who eat, who give the meat, those animals are eating the plants, right? They cannot survive without the plants. So, Paramatma is the support behind the entire food chain. Okay. Without him, we will not survive on this earth. Okay. So far, good. So, sunlight and then all the food, right? Energy and food is available. Now, if I just have energy and food, will we survive?
Water too.
No, I mean, water, because I entered earth and supporting, so water is included. I don't think that it's just the sand part is earth, right? Water, everything is included in that. Do we survive? No, right? We'll see. Uh, so we'll go to the next sloka. Share the screen. We'll see Paramatma's greatness here and how Paramatma is explaining about himself, about the supreme nature of Paramatma compared to all the beings, right? All the Jivatmas and Prakriti. Okay, so let's look at sloka 14. Please chant. Aham Vaisvanaro Bhutva
अहं
अहं
वैश्वानरो
वैश्वानरो
भूत्वा
भूत्वा
Praninam Dehamasritah
प्राणिनां
प्राणिनां
देहमाश्रितः
देहमाश्रितः
Pranapanasamaयुक्तः
प्राणापानसमायुक्तः
प्राणापानसमायुक्तः
Pachamyannam Chaturvidham.
पचाम्यन्नं
पचाम्यन्नं
चतुर्विधम्
चतुर्विधम्
Let's chant together.
अहं
Aham
अहं
वैश्वानरो
वैश्वानरो
भूत्वा
भूत्वा
Praninam
प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः
Dehamasritah
प्राणापानसमायुक्तः
Pranapanasamaयुक्तः Pachamyannam
पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्
Chaturvidham. So we have the energy, we have the food. Okay. So in order for us to survive, we need to eat the food. Isn't it? Just having food on the table is not going to be sufficient, right? So we need to eat the food. Now, when we eat food, are we digesting it ourselves? Okay. I am eating by myself and I am digesting by myself, and the energy is produced by myself, right? No. Lord Krishna is very clearly saying, Aham Vaiswanaro Bhutva. I, Vaiswanara Bhutva, becoming the fire of digestion. Praninam Dehamasritaha, dwell in the body of the living beings. Okay? Praninam, of the living beings. Dehamasritaha, dwell in the body of all the living beings. So he is the fire of digestion in all the living beings. Prana apana samayuktaha, joined with the vital incoming and outgoing breaths. Prana apana. Okay, with regulating the flow of air, right? Pachami annam chaturvidham. I digest the food of four kinds. Very simple. So I become the fire of digestion. Lord Krishna is saying, I become the fire of digestion, and I digest the food, joined with the vital breaths. Okay. So Lord Krishna is talking about two things here. One is the digestive system. He is the one who is behind the digestion. We might experience, right? Like sometimes we, when we eat, we cannot digest the food, or the food is, does not give the right results that we expect, right? So if everything is in our control, right, it should produce the same amount of energy and results, or whatever it should produce for all beings, or for the same person at any, it doesn't matter in the time, or when they take, or right, age or anything, right? It should, the digestion should happen. No, he is the one who is behind the digestion. So when we are eating the food, we need to remember that he is the one who is behind digesting the food and giving us the energy. So we shouldn't be thinking, I ate the food and I got the energy. Okay. So I'm I'm feeding Paramatma. So he's the one who is digesting, means who are we feeding? Isn't it? We are not feeding ourselves. If we are going to digest the food, then we are giving it to ourselves. But he is the one who is digesting for us, so we are giving it to him. Then that Paramatma is converting that, digesting that food and giving us the energy. Okay, along with the vital breaths. Okay, so he's the one who is again regulating our incoming and outgoing breaths. So Lord Krishna is referring to respiratory system here. He is the one who is behind our respiration. Okay, so that's why if you just see it, oh, okay, he's talking about sun, he's talking about the herbs, he's talking about is behind the digestion, but actually starting from the sun all the way to getting energy, give our energy is behind, our breathing is behind, right? So all the systems that we think of, like digestive system is ours, respiration system is ours. No, it is controlled by, it is he is the one who is behind that and running the show for us. And whenever he decides not to run, it will stop, right? Or whenever it is running, we shouldn't be thinking it is because of me, I'm breathing. And the very clear that we don't remember to breathe most of the times, right? It happens naturally, automatically, without our notice. We don't have to put an effort like that, right? Every time. When we sleep, we don't even remember we are breathing or not. So who is the one who is behind, right? Paramatma. Okay. So he's the one who is getting the food, I mean, digesting the food. He's the one who is, using our breaths, I mean, he's the one who is behind the respiratory system and using the air, the flow, and our rest of the, the system that is connected between the respiration and the digestive system. He is the one who is controlling that and giving us the energy. Okay. So he said, Pachami Annam Chaturvidham, all four kinds of foods. Okay, the foods that we eat, that is chewing, sucking, licking, and drinking. All types of foods. There's no exception. Anything that we eat is digested by Paramatma only. Okay. Now next sloka. Sloka 15. Please chant. Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishto
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो
mattasmrutirjnanamapohanam cha
मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च
vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyo
वेदैश्च सर्वैर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो
vedantakrit vedavido videva chaham
वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहम्
Let's chant together.
सर्वस्य
Sarvasya chaham
चाहं सन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्
So Lord Krishna is saying in this sloka, Aham Sarvasya Hrudi Sannivishtaha. I am well established in the heart region of all. Hrudi in heart region. Sarvasya of all. Aham, right? So I am well established in the heart region of all beings, right? Mattaha Sprutihi Jnanam Apohanam cha. Mattaha, because of me, or from me. Smritihi is memory. Jnanam is knowledge. Apohanam is the reasoning skill, reasoning power. Okay? All this come from me. Because of me, all these are functioning for all beings. What are the things? Memory, knowledge, and the reasoning skills. Power of making hypothesis. Forgetfulness is another meaning for it, but in this context, it is not forgetfulness. It is the reasoning skills that we use, which actually develops our knowledge, right? So memory and knowledge and reasoning skills. So first is the Hrudi Sannivishta, heart region. Next, Lord Krishna is talking about memory, knowledge, all of these are related to which system in our body?
No, but thank you.
What is it? Neural system, right? Yeah. So heart region, just mentioned I'm in the heart region of all, and then moved on, right? Why is just for fun he's residing there? No, right? He is the one who is running the show. Heart is our circulatory system. Blood is circulating because of heart. If heart stops, that's it, isn't it? So it's not evident when we just look at it, but if you see the flow in the context, it is very clear. Why is he mentioning, oh, I'm here, right? So because of Paramatma, our heart is functioning. And obviously, we don't know how to make it function ourselves. That is very obvious. At least we can say I'm eating food by myself. I mean, at least foolishly we may think that way. But I got the energy because of the food I ate, by myself, and I digested the food. We may think that, but heart, I don't think anybody knows how to make it beat. I think there may be some people who can, who are yogis who can control the beating of heart, but not for regular people. I mean, even that control is provided to provided to them by Paramatma only. They shouldn't be thinking, oh, I control by myself, right? So that heart that beats is because of Paramatma. Okay, and the entire our neural networks, it works because of Paramatma. Okay. And okay, next Lord Krishna is saying, Ahameva sarvaihi vedaihi vedyaha. Who is to be known? I am alone. I'm the one. I'm the one. Ahameva sarvaihi vedaihi vedyaha. Who is to be known by all the Vedas. Okay. Aham eva Vedantakrit. I am alone, the bestower of the fruits of all the rituals that are prescribed in the Vedas. Vedanta, if it is just, some other, by itself has a different meaning, right? But in this context, Vedanta Krit, right? So whatever the Vedas prescribe, right? When we perform those activities, we get some results. Lord Krishna is saying, Ahameva, I alone am the bestower of those fruits, of those results that you are getting. So typically, whenever we say we are performing activities, the expectation is we should perform only the activities that are prescribed for us. So anything that is done by us as a ritual, as a practice, that is given in the Vedas, right? Vedas give practices for every type of person. It's not that only it is applicable to only one type of people, right? We learned that in the previous chapters. So there are tons of activities that are given as part of Vedas for each type of person, and they can perform those activities happily, no problem. And when they perform those activities, I am the one who is giving the results. Don't think that you are getting the results by yourself, is the thing here. Right? So I am the one who is to be known by the Vedas. Whatever is described, it may not be evident, right? It talks about devatas, it talks about, all the things that devatas give to us when you perform a ritual. It talks about, of course, there are sections in Vedas which talk about Paramatma himself, right? So even though the Veda is may be referring to a devata or a ritual, but whatever we are studying there is actually we have to see that it is Paramatma who is behind the devata, who is giving us the result, right? So like when we are eating, for example, just an example, when we are eating, we think I am eating by myself for my, you know, for my own enjoyment. No, right? Once we know that it is Paramatma who is the one who is digesting our food, Paramatma is the one who is giving us the energy, right? And Paramatma is the enjoyer of what we are doing. It's not for my own enjoyment. I'm eating. So when that eating activity is now linked to Paramatma. So when we are studying the Veda, it is referring to something that is not, directly Paramatma, related to Paramatma. But if we know really, it is the one, he is the one who is to be known. He is the one who is giving us, who is supporting that Devata, who is giving the energy to that Devata, who is giving us the result through that Devata. Everywhere it is all linked to Paramatma only. So whatever greatness that particular Devata has, right? It is Paramatma. So you're actually learning about, if you're saying this particular Devata is great, you're actually learning the greatness of Paramatma there. Okay, so he is the one to be known by all the Vedas, right? And he is the one who is giving us the results of our activities that are performed by the Vedas. Now, if one may say that, okay, then I'm not doing any, I didn't read Vedas and I'm doing my own, whatever I think of, right, activities. So the results of those activities, are they not given by Paramatma? They are given by Paramatma only, right? So the only thing is that we are not doing the activities that are prescribed there. So if we do the activities that are not prescribed, either it is going to be hard for us, we will not be able to perform, or we are performing it because we are having the desires to fulfill, which is not the right thing to do, right? So we get the karmic bondage because of that. So yes, the result will be given to us, but we are going to be affected by it. In order for us to not have confusion, right? Whatever is prescribed, if you perform those activities, I'm the one who is giving results. It will be very clear to us. It is not like somebody may say that, oh, you said you are going to give me the results, then you take the responsibility of karmic bondage and all that. No. So to just avoid the confusion and to basically to stress again, right? That we have to perform the prescribed duties only. Everywhere it is like that only. Activities means um, Paramatma will never say that you do whatever you want. No. Prescribed duties, do only prescribed duties. Okay. Uh, so here also Lord Krishna is saying that when you do prescribed duties and get the results, don't think that you got the results by yourself. I am the one who gave the results to you. I am entire Vedas, talk about everything, but I am the one who is behind everything there. Okay, either indirectly or directly. So I'm the one to be known by the Vedas. Okay, and Lord Krishna is saying, Vedavit, Aham Vedavit, Asmi. I am the knower of the Vedas. Okay, he is the knower. So anyone else, see, I am the knower of the Vedas. Lord Krishna is saying, Paramatma, his greatness, right? I am the knower of the Vedas. And if anyone says, like, okay, you may argue, it is only talking about sun, Devata. Okay, there's nowhere it is written that Paramatma is behind, maybe in that context, there's nowhere, right? Somebody who does not know may interpret in a different way, right? So who is the one who can really say that this is the right meaning, this is the right thing? It is Paramatma only. When we read it, we may, if we don't know, right? If we don't know the truth behind, if we are not able to, with our limited knowledge, with our limited abilities, we may not be able to understand it completely or get the right meaning. Lord Krishna is saying that I am the knower of the Vedas. Okay, so he can very authoritatively like say that this is correct. This is what it is. Anyone else who says anything different does not know the Vedas. Okay. Based on what Paramatma told us, we can interpret it in that way. We can also call ourselves, okay, I know the Vedas now. Because we are able to, get that knowledge from Paramatma as a, like Lord Krishna is giving us now, right? But if I read it myself and I say that, okay, I'm the knower of the Vedas, start interpreting it in my own way, I am really not the knower of the Vedas. Okay. So Paramatma is the knower of the Vedas. Paramatma is the one who is giving us the results of all activities that we do, typically prescribed in Vedas. And Paramatma is the one who is behind everything in the Vedas. So he is the one who is to be known by the Vedas, right? Not one more way of looking at it is I'm reading the Vedas, I'm practicing the whatever duties that are given in Vedas. The purpose is not to just satisfy our needs, right? The purpose is really to know about Paramatma, right? Paramatma is the one who is giving us, all the results to us, even though through maybe other devatas, right? So I am the one to be known. If we are, that's what Lord Krishna is saying. If we are limiting ourselves to, okay, I'll perform these activities, I'll get my needs fulfilled, it's incomplete. I am the one to be known by the Vedas. Don't stop there where, I'm using Vedas only for the purpose of satisfying my own desires. Okay. So Lord Krishna talked about how we are getting the energy starting from sun, how we are getting the support from earth for our living, how we are getting all the food through the plants is because of Paramatma. When we eat the food is digested is because of Paramatma. And our breathing, respiratory system is functioning because of Paramatma. Our circulatory system, heart is functioning because of Paramatma. And our mind is functioning because of Paramatma. And then whatever we perform, the results are given to us by Paramatma. Right? So we are performing those activities because of the energy that Paramatma gives us. So is is basically giving us, he's the one who is controlling not just the respiratory system and all the circulatory system and neural. May not be giving the right word there. He's also supporting our muscles, skeleton, everything, right? So by giving energy, by supporting our body, he's the one who is giving us the results to us. So don't think that I performed the activities by myself and got the result, because he is able to support my whole body, not just digestion, not just respiration, my entire muscles, bones, everything controlled by him only. I mean, supported by him only. Okay. And because of that, I got the result. So who gave me the result? It's Paramatma, right? The result is because of Paramatma. So we should not separate out Paramatma any time, any place. Okay. Okay. Let's. Any questions?
Usually the moon gets the light from sun, right? I know.
Yes.
Eventually, I mean, directly it is from Paramatma. So we always think like during the day, because of the sun, the plants get the food and nourishment. But in this shloka, it was like from moon. Maybe it's science, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the science behind. I mean, if moon does not exist, hypothetically moon doesn't exist, will plants survive? Will plants be nourished? I haven't done research on it.
Yeah.
But definitely moon, if moon is not there, it creates a lot of problems on Earth, right? That is known for sure. I mean, moon is, just not just the light, but moon, by having the moon, the water levels on the in oceans is controlled, and there are so many
Right.
benefits that we get. If moon is not there, or moon is either near or far, then our support systems will start failing.
Right.
Somebody should do research, or maybe already there, how moonlight will support the plants. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, sun is the one who is giving energy. So that's why it started with sun, right? Right. So it is, sun is the main source of energy. Okay. So the fact that we are surviving, we are able to perform any activity, we are able to get the results, we are able to enjoy everything, Paramatma only. When it says Paramatma, it is not Jivatma in our body. So it is Paramatma who is pervading everything. Of course, now Lord Krishna makes it clear. So we'll look at the next sloka. Please chant. Dvavimau purushau loke
Dvavimau purushau
loke
loke
Ksharaschakshara eva cha
Ksharaschakshara eva cha
Ksharas sarvani bhutani
Sarvani bhutani
Kutasthokshara uchyate.
Kutasthokshara uchyate
Let's chant together. Dvavimau
Vimau
Purushau
Purushau Loke
Loke
Ksharasya
Ksharasya
Sharasarvani
Bhutani
Bhutani
Kutastho
Kutastho
Kshara
Akshara
Kshara
Uchyate. Lord Krishna is saying, Dvavimau, if you separate them, Dvau imau Purushau Loke. Dvau imau Purushau Loke. There are two kinds of Purushas. Dvau is two, right? Imau in this Loke, in this world. Okay. Purusha, Dvau Purusha is two kinds of Purushas in this world. Some have translated Loke as scriptures also. That's fine. So basically, there are two types of Purushas, two kinds of Purushas. Who are they? Ksharaha, Aksharaha. Evacha. Ksharaha. One type is called Ksharaha. It is referred to by singular because you're calling as one collection. Is one, a collection is referred to by singular also. It's not that is only one, right? It is a collection we're talking about. There are two types, two kinds. Okay. So two types of cars in this world. One car is, one type, and the other car. So we say like that, right? So it doesn't mean that there's only one car. Okay. So Ksharaha, Aksharaha. Ksharaha is something that is changing. Okay. If you literally translate it as destructible, changing. And Aksharaha is not Ksharaha, not changing, not destructible or indestructible. So there are two types of Purushas. One type is called Ksharaha, another type is called Aksharaha. What is that? What is Ksharaha and what is Aksharaha? He didn't stop there. Lord Krishna, if he stopped there, then immediately we would be confused. How can Purusha? Okay, one more thing is Purusha is Puri Sete iti Purusha. So the one who is inside Puri, Puram is a body, Puri is in body. One who is residing in body is called Purusha. So it is not male or female or any gender. The one who is residing in the body is called Purusha, is Atma, right? Atma is the one who is residing in the body. So there are two types of Atmas. One is Ksharaha Atma, another type is Aksharaha Atma. Ksharaha Atma, destructible Atma. Atmas do not get destroyed, they do not change, right? They're eternal. How can it be like that, called like that? We get a question. So Lord Krishna is answering. Sarvani Bhutani Ksharaha Uchyate. Okay. So the collection of all Atmas, okay, in perishable bodies is called Kshara Purusha. Okay, Sarvani Bhutani is all the beings which are having bodies, right? Which are in the bodies. Sorry. So all the beings which are having bodies, the one who is residing in them is called Ksharaha. What kind of bodies? They are destructible bodies, right? So there are one type of Atmas which are residing in all these beings which are destructible. So I am calling that as a destructible Atma. Not that the Atma is destructible, right? So one ball is in a blue jar. Okay. Now I call that blue ball. Okay. The color of the ball may be white, right? But when we look at it, it looks like blue. Or in order to differentiate between there are two jars, one is blue jar and a red jar, right? And a glass boxes or jars. And there are white balls in both of them, let us say. So there's a blue, you call the balls in that blue jar as blue ball. That's fine, right? So, and the balls in the red box is red ball. Okay. Similarly, Lord Krishna here is referring to the bodies are destructible. So there are one kind of jivatmas residing in the destructible bodies, and those kinds of those jivatmas are called. That collection is called Ksharaha jivatmas. Okay. Which are those Ksharaha jivatmas? They are the bound jivatmas. All of us, right? So we are bound jivatmas. Our collection of bound jivatmas is called Ksharaha jivatmas. Okay. And what is the other type? Is Aksharaha. What is, how did Lord Krishna define that? Kutasthaha Aksharaha Uchyate. Kutasthaha is the one that is unchanging. Okay. So that Aksharaha, that kind of the collection of Jivatmas, which are in the bodies which are unchanging, or bodies which are imperishable, indestructible, right? Or in other words, the kind of jivatmas which are not in this destructible prakriti, which are not in these bodies which are made of destructible prakriti or changing prakriti. Those are called aksharaha. They're not changing, right? So how did we link so Lord Krishna in the beginning of this chapter started talking about, there are jivatmas which get liberated, right? They are part of me, right? My amsha only. They're my part only. The jivatmas which are residing in the prakriti are my part only, right? So he talked about two jivatmas, two types of jivatmas. Here, Lord Krishna is again referring to them as Purushaha and saying that there is Akshara Purushaha and Akshara Purusha. Akshara Purusha are the bound jivatmas which are residing in the perishable bodies, like all of us. And there are Aksharaha jivatmas which are liberated, or the ones which got moksha, ones who do not take birth again in this prakriti, right? Like us. So those are the Aksharaha, indestructible form, which is the form, their form cannot change, right? Again, it doesn't mean that our form changes, but we are in a bodies where the bodies are changing, so we are referred to as Kshara Jivatmas. So we are Kshara Purusha and there are liberated Purusha. There are two types of liberated Purusha. I mean, two types of Purusha, two types of Jivatmas who do not take birth again and again is the two types that are basically Muktatmas and Nityatmas. So Mukta Jivas are the ones like us who were bound initially, but they got liberated. All like they're successful in achieving their goal, right? The goal for us should be only to reach that state where we are having unlimited bliss, right? So they were successful. Those jivatmas were successful. That is muktatmas. Okay, nityatmas are the jivas or the jivatmas which never took birth like us in this prakriti. There are few that are going into all the details. So basically, there are bound collection of bound jivatmas and collection of unbound jivatmas. Bound jivatmas are called Kshara Purushas. Unbound jivatmas are called Akshara Purushas. Okay. Now, Lord Krishna says there is another one. Okay, so let us look at that. Any questions on this, Sloka? There are few other interpretations, but as we clearly see, like there is a flow, right? And how Lord Krishna explained about the liberated jivatmas and then bound jivatmas, and then talked about his greatness, right? In the slokas that we learned today in the beginning. So his greatness. Now he's going to, combine all, right? So let us see how he combines. Please chant. Uttamah Purushastvanyah.
Uttama
వేరే
Purushastvanya
శ్లోక డిస్ప్లే అవుతుందండి. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, thank you. Uttamah Purushastvanyah.
ఉత్తమః పురుషస్త్వన్యః
Paramatmetyudahritah.
పరమాత్మేత్యుదాహృతః
Yo lokatrayamavisya.
Yo
లోకత్రయమావిశ్య
Bibhartyavyaya Ishwarah.
బిభర్త్యవ్యయ ఈశ్వరః
Let's chant together.
ఉత్తమః పురుషస్త్వన్యః పరమాత్మేత్యుదాహృతః
Yo
Yo
లోకత్రయమావిశ్య బిభర్త్యవ్యయ ఈశ్వరః.
Somebody asks, what's the definition of Paramatma? Quote this sloka. Okay. So Lord Krishna is saying, after talking about the two types of Purushas, two types of Jivatmas, now he's saying, tu uttamaha Purushaha tu anyaha. Tu, but uttamaha Purushaha anyaha. Other than these two, anyaha, other than these two, the Kshara Purusha and Akshara Purusha, there is Uttama Purushaha, there is Supreme Purusha. Okay. Now, who is he? Yaha, he, who, that person, well, a calling person, but that entity, that Paramatma. Okay. Lokatrayam avisya, avisya, having pervaded. Lokatrayam, the three worlds. What does it do? Bhakti supports them. Avyayaha, Ishvaraha. Avyayaha, inexhaustible, immutable, not declining. Right? Avyayaha. Ishvaraha is the ruler, commander, the Lord. Okay? So one, other than these two, there is another Purusha, that is Uttama Purusha, that is Supreme Purusha. Paramatma iti udahrutaha. That Uttama Purusha is acclaimed or said or proclaimed as Paramatma, Supreme Atma or Superior Atma. Okay? Paramatma. Yaha, that who Lokatrayamavisya, after pervading these three worlds, Vibharti supports them as, that as is understood, Avyayaha Iswaraha, as a, immutable or non-declining ruler of this whole world. I mean, Lokatrayam, not just one Loka. So, what are the three Lokas? Okay. So, if I say just physical, Svargaloka, Bhuloka, Narakaloka, like that, then what about other lokas? Right? There are so many lokas. Why three lokas? And that means Paramatma doesn't support other lokas. Paramatma doesn't pervade them. So here, the three lokas are related to the slokas that we learned. Right? Talked about Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Talked about in this particular chapter, Lord Krishna, in 14th chapter, talked about Prakriti and the Gunas. Right? In this chapter, liberated Atmas and bound Atmas, all are my part. So let us try to combine. So the three lokas are the Jivatmas that are bound. See, Loka is a collection, right? So Jivatmas that are bound is one Loka. And the other Loka is Muktatmas, the ones who are liberated, who are not taking birth again and again, forced to take birth again and again because of karmic bondage. So those are the Muktatmas, Nityatmas and Muktatmas. So one Loka is us, the bound Atmas. Other Loka is the unbound Atmas. And the third is the Prakriti. Okay, Prakriti as a collection is one Loka. Right? And he is pervading all. So he is pervading Jivatmas. He is pervading Prakriti. And he is supporting all of us. Supporting the Jivatmas. That's how we can say he's the one who is supporting he said that energy is mine, that radiance is mine, right? He's the one who is supporting, giving that to us, right? He's within us, supporting our heart function, our digestive function, all that, right? And giving some examples. We learned a lot. So he's the one who is supporting the Jivatmas and Prakriti. All of them, right? And typically what we understand is when somebody is running the show, typically they become tired, after some time, right? They would have to stop, take rest, and then get energy and then do it again. Paramatma is not like that. Does not have any reduction in his energy, power, anything over a period of time. Doesn't go down so that he has to recharge himself. Nothing like that, like us, right? So he is not like us. He is the one who is not liable to decline at all. He is avyayaha. Okay, and Ishvara, he is the ruler, commander of all the three. Okay, so Paramatma is other than the two, right? He is supreme compared those two. He is also Atma. He is also Purusha, right? That's where it's clear. But don't think that, oh, he is Atma, I am Atma, I'm equivalent. No. Or if he's calling himself as Purusha and I am calling myself as Purusha, so I must be Paramatma. No. Right? He's clearly saying, I am supreme. Uttamaha Purushaha, Anyaha, compared to the other two. Just previous sloka itself is he wanted to say that I am superior compared to them, supreme compared to them. So he defined that who those two are, and those two are the jivatmas of two kinds. There is no other kind. Either you are bound or unbound. There's not nobody in between. So all the jivatmas are covered there, and he's supreme compared to all the jivatmas. Now he's also Purusha. He's the one who is pervading. Who is pervading? See, we jivatmas are pervading limited bodies, right? I'm pervading this body. He is the one who is pervading me and also this body, right? So one who is pervading the Atma, okay, then Atma becomes part of his body, right? See, I am pervading this body, so I'm calling my body, this body, right? This body belongs to me. I can, of course, technically, body belongs to Paramatma only, but I can say I'm residing in this body, so this is my body. So when Paramatma is residing in Jivatma, because he said, I'm pervading all the three words, I'm pervading all, referring to the previous slokas directly. So I'm pervading the three worlds, which includes the Jivatmas. So Jivatma becomes my body. Not just one Jivatma, all Jivatmas, is pervading all. So this entire collection of Jivatmas becomes his body. Now, is it limited to just the Jivatmas? No. He's pervading Prakriti also. So Prakriti also becomes his body. Right? This entire universe becomes his body, which is a collection of both Jivatmas and Prakriti. Right? So technically, what is the form of Paramatma? Like the manifested form of Paramatma is this entire universe. Right? This entire universe is his body. We are his body. So we are all part of it. Like this hand is part of my body. My legs are part of my body. Like that, I am part of his body. You are part of his body. Everyone that you see, every being in this, whatever we see, whatever we don't see, everything is part of his body. Right? And one more thing to note here is once the Atma is liberated, the Jivatma is liberated, they don't become independent, right? He said, I am the one who is supporting them also. The Kshara Purushas, okay, we may say, okay, because, limited, they have the limited limited power, limited energy, everything is limited for us, right? Limited knowledge, because we have, our pure Atma has the unlimited knowledge, of course, but it is covered by our karmic bondage. So that's how we are limited. We are limited by this body and we are limited by the karmic bondage. So we are limited, right? Our powers, energies are limited. For the liberated ones, we say, oh, they have unlimited bliss and there's no restriction for them. They are also supported by Paramatma only. So they should never think that now I got promotion, I become independent, now I can start doing whatever I want, right? One who thinks that way will not be liberated. So maybe Paramatma doesn't want anybody, who gets liberated and starts declaring, independence and then start creating havoc, saying that I'm most powerful, everybody should listen to me, and whatever I do, no, I don't have to listen to courts, I don't have to listen to anybody. I am the most powerful. Nobody can do anything to me. That even the liberated Atmas cannot say that. Okay, they're also supported by them, by Paramatma only. Okay. Let's look at the next sloka. I hope I finish. But please chant. Okay, please chant. Yasmat ksharati, Yasmat ksharamati
यस्माक्षरमतीतोऽहम्
Aksharaadapi chottamaha
अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः
Atosmi loke vede cha
अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च
Pradhitah Purushottamaha.
प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः
Let's chant together. Yasmaksharamatitoham
क्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः
अतोऽस्मि लोके
लोके
वेदे
वेदे
च
च
प्रथितः
प्रतितः पुरुषोत्तमः
पुरुषोत्तमः.
The Lord Krishna is saying, Yasmat. So, because. So, I am Paramatma. I am the one who is supporting all, pervading all. I am the most, I am the supreme Purusha. Because. Yasmat. Because. Aham Ksharam Atitaha. I transcend Ksharaha. I transcend. I'm above the Kshara Purusha. Kshara Purusha. The Baddha Purusha or bound Purusha. Aksharat api uttamaha. And I'm also superior than the Akshara Purusha. Okay? Ataha, therefore, aham, I am Purushottama iti pradhitaha asmi. I'm acclaimed as Purushottama. Now, the word Purushottama is declared. Uttamaha Purusha Anyaha, like that came in the last sloka. Now, Lord Krishna is saying that because I am above the Kshara Purusha, because I am above the Akshara Purusha, or above means I am superior, right? I'm superior compared to both. I am called as Purushottama. Loke Vede cha. Vede in the Vedas. Loke is having different meanings, different contexts, right? Here, because it is coming along with the Veda, Loke Vede cha, the Loka refers to the Smritis. Okay? So it does not refer to the people or does not refer to one category. It is basically, category, not like category of people, category of beings. It is Smritis are also called Loka. So, uh, so because I am superior compared to the Kshara Purusha and Akshara Purusha, I am also Purusha. Okay? Because I am Uttama Purusha, I am called Purushottama. Lord Krishna declared himself as Purushottama. Now, it is not that he is declaring, he's declaring himself, right? For the first time. It is actually mentioned in the Vedas. Okay? All this knowledge that Lord Krishna is giving is not just to convince Arjuna, or not something that he just, came up with and started declaring, right, to Arjuna and to the entire world. This is part of the knowledge that is already there. Lord Krishna clearly said that in 4th chapter. Now he's repeating this knowledge, but the knowledge that is lost. So in this particular instance, Lord Krishna is very clearly saying that I am the Purushottama, as declared, as uh, mentioned in, as proclaimed, declared in Vedas. Okay. Right. Okay. So, got it. We have 3 minutes left, and we have two more slokas, I think, in this chapter. So we'll look at the 19 and 20 next session. And any questions? So, just to recap, right? Basically, Purushottama Prapti Yoga is given here, right? So now we understood who is the Purushottama, why he is Purushottama, right? Vibharti Ishvaraha, Vibharti Avya Ishvaraha. So, and he's the one who is the energy behind, support behind even the Jivatmas. The Jivatmas that we think are great. So, when we say Jivatmas, don't limit it to just human beings. The Jivatmas which have taken bodies, not limited to human beings. So all beings, right? When he says all beings, that includes Deva, Manusha, Tiryak, Sthavara, the Chaturvarnyams. Okay, so he's the one who created all these beings, the 4 types of beings, by combining or by kind of inserting the jivatmas into those bodies, right? Or giving the bodies to these jivatmas, whatever way you want to take. So all these bodies are existing Now, all the Jivatmas in all these 4 types of beings are bound Jivatmas only, including Brahma, including everyone, whatever we know as Devatas. Okay, so we shouldn't be calling gods, right? God, there's only one God, Purushottama, right? There's only one Uttama Purusha. There's no 2 or many Purushottamas. Okay, so he's beyond or he's superior or above both bound Jivatmas and unbound Jivatmas, and of course Prakriti, even we are superior compared to Prakriti. Because we are having knowledge, Prakriti doesn't have knowledge. Okay, so he's superior compared to all, he's pervading all, supporting all, and that's why he's Purushottama. And we are not Purushottama, we'll never become Purushottama. We will always be dependent on Purushottama.
And the reason, I'm just thinking, the reason behind naming this as Prapti, is it Arjuna's perspective that Bhagavan is giving Prapti to Arjuna, or just he's generally explaining his Prapti to entire universe? I'm just wondering, like, why Purushottama Prapti to who? Like,
so the knowledge of Purushottama becomes a means for us to get the more our goal. So yoga, right? Yoga means, right? So the word yoga in that and all the entire chapter, all the chapters, 18 chapters, when you say yoga like that, it is the means to achieve our goal, right? So that knowledge, having that knowledge of Purushottama is the means for us.
Okay.
Right? If I don't, if I have confusion, like then I will not, I'll not get the, I'll not be able to. I mean, everything is a means, right? One flows from there is a sequence, karma yoga to jnana yoga to bhakti yoga. There's some sequence, but everything is a means, right? If you take locally. So Purushottama Prapti, the knowledge of knowing about Purushottama is a means for us. Know about Purushottama. Then it becomes a means for you. And of course, we have to practice. After knowing he is the great one, we shouldn't think I am Purushottama or I don't need to pray to Paramatma, right? I mean, now we know very clearly, right? He's the most supreme, right? So our goal should be Paramatma. Our goal should be to serve him, know about him, all that. So now knowing that his greatness, whenever we see sun, whenever we eat, whenever we do anything, we will recognize Paramatma, right? Now that knowledge of Purushottama is going to become the means for us.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll conclude. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि श्रीमन्नारायणायेति समर्पयामि सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः जय श्रीमन्नारायण
Jai
जय
Shri
श्रीमन्नारायण थैंक यू एवरीवन
Thank you.
Jai Shri Ram.
जय श्रीमन्नारायण
Thank you, sir.